at my house, this Thanksgiving is what you see in front of you.
Yes.
I have this exact charcuterie board.
Yeah.
Now I need to fill up because the food that came with it is now in my belly.
Yeah.
It's now gone. We loved this.
Yeah, it's great.
You did such an exceptional, amazing job.
Thank you.
Of being able to really give us the perfect charcuterie, going out and finding all of the different components, and this champagne dill mustard was the hit of our house at Thanksgiving.
We could spend the entire time talking about just that, right?
Absolutely.
I know. But I'm so happy to hear you say that because it brings me pleasure. And here's why. When I was growing up, it was called antipasto, and now the buzzword is charcuterie. It's everywhere, right? But I love how everybody's doing antipasto and charcuterie because there's something about the way that this is eaten that brings everybody together, which is how we do it in our home. And when we kind of curated something here for QVC, I said, I have to find the country's best meat, cheese, and snack artisans. I want the very best of the best. I want to put them in a box, and I want to bring them to all of you. And that's what you're getting right here. And let's start with these two salamis, right? So if we can. So you're talking about two salamis that come to us from a brand called Giorgio's. And Giorgio's is a brand that actually uses and sources their ingredients from right outside of Lake Como. So when we start talking Italian salami, it doesn't get any more Italian than having ingredients come from right outside of Lake Como. A salami Toscano. So a salami Toscano is going to be more of like a traditional style salami that you're used to. And then a red wine Sangiovese. So it's got a little bit of a Sangiovese wine flavor in there, just ever so subtle, but when it mixes with that savoriness of the pork and that salami, it's just gonna knock your socks off. So these two salamis right here, right there, like you have the most authentic in terms of the best that the country has to offer.
When we set this up at Thanksgiving, that was the first thing I sliced was the salami.
Yeah, of course.
And obviously, like, you take a bite for yourself.
Yeah.
Immediately took another slice, was like, Nick, you've got to try this. I was so proud to be able to give this to people because the quality is exceptional. The cheese, though, no different.
Hunter's Reserve. So if you know me, I love all kinds of cheeses, but I am like, I've got a soft spot in my heart for Wisconsin cheddar. I think we all do. So I wanted to balance this out, right? A little bit of Italian, a little bit of like some of the stuff that we really, really know. This is a sharp cheddar from a brand called Hunter's Reserve, and this is what they do all day, every day. Cheddar cheeses. So you get this perfect, creamy, balanced out cheese in this sharp cheddar cheese. Then we also have these rosemary and olive oil crisps. So if you've gone to some of your high-end stores, I'm going to actually take this over here from our little style section. If you've gone to some of your high-end stores, you'll notice that you see this box right here, and this box actually, it's rather, I'll say, you know, relatively speaking, it's very pricey. And that's because these are high-end rosemary and olive oil crisps.
Well, to that point, like, I want you to think of like the last time, especially if you go into like any of the nice markets and you grab a couple little things for charcuterie, and then all of a sudden, cha-ching, cha-ching, you're like, how did I spend all of this?
Watching that cash register like fly out of the store.
Right.
And we had to have these though. We said, we understand you guys love these. These are delicious. And that's because they have a flavor profile that's reminiscent of the Mediterranean, and it's solid. It's going to give you a good base to put your salami on, to put your cheese on, to put, you know, all of your mustards and that kind of stuff. Then we also have to, if you're like me, I love olives. I just love them. Have you ever even heard of grilled green olives?
The fact that there's grill marks on here, I mean, there you go. That sets it apart from every other olive I have ever seen.
Right? So when I say we actually curated this from some of the best in the States, we did. This comes to us from a brand called Valesco's. This is a grilled green pitted olive, by the way, no pits inside, and this comes to us directly sourced from the Mediterranean. So these olives are truly going to knock your socks off. And then you talked about it before. This is almost like the drum roll. I feel like,
yeah,
100%. And I feel like this right here worth the price of admission too, right?
Completely.
This comes to us from a brand called Braswell's. If you know anything about Braswell's, they're like the #1 seller of a lot of different jams and mustards in the U.S. Go ahead and look them up yourself. Braswell's very well known. Their champagne dill mustard. OMG. It is so delicious. You get a perfect amount of, I mean, it's just ever so finely minced up dill, and there's not a lot of it where you're going, oh my gosh, the dill in this. Oh my gosh, the mustard in this. No, this is a perfectly balanced champagne dill mustard. And by the way, that first word, champagne.
Right.
It actually has a little bit of champagne in there.
Perfect.
It's like this mustard is, we always say, it's an elevated flavor profile. This one is all the way up there on that tippity top shelf.
Yeah.
As far as I'm concerned, and I think a lot of you would agree with that. That's the food that you're going to get in that kit, and I think it's just perfect for this time of year.
Yeah, it is, and a lot of people are actually picking up more than one of these, which makes sense because perfect gift to be able to give. Keep in mind, bill to, ship to.
Yeah.
Ship this to someone if you want to. There's only 300 that remain now at this point.
Very limited.
And then that's it, so we're super limited here. I am telling you that if you want to have the hit of your home, this is it. We put it out at Thanksgiving. I couldn't believe how quickly it went. Not because there wasn't a lot. It's big. You're getting a lot of stuff in here.
Lots of food.
But it's because people didn't want to stop eating this. I'm going in on the salami here.
And I love that you keep going in because you can get salami and cheese at your grocery store. You can get mustard at your grocery store. Sometimes I feel like the mustard goes on forever. But you can't get them in terms of how they're coming to you. It's first of all packaged like this with all the components together. But you talk about flavor profiles and ingredients that are sourced out of Lake Como. And a cheddar cheese right here that's like specialized out of Wisconsin, Hunter's Reserve, sharp cheddar, the rosemary and olive oil crisps. I mean, at this price, like it truly
Sergio,
is. Yeah.
They all pair together perfectly too. Like that's the other thing. If you want the meat and the cheese on the cracker, it's the perfect mix. Sergio has done it all. He's done all the research for you, bringing the best of the best all together in this kit. It's $39.98. 5 easy payments of just $8. Keep in mind that bill to, ship to. You can send this to anybody, but look at that. It is the perfect charcuterie. You don't need the board. You probably have one at home.
Yeah.
Maybe it's already Sergio's.
Yeah, it could be.
And hope that it is for you because his charcuterie boards are amazing.
Yeah, thank you.
This is the perfect refill that you can really put onto anything. If you want to throw this onto the Temptations holiday plates that we had earlier,
oh my gosh,
you could do that as well.
It'd be perfect, actually. Yeah.
It is absolutely perfect.
Yeah, that's a perfect mix.
As far as how this comes to us, it's in one box.
One box.
And it not refrigerator, it doesn't have to be, right?
No.
Until after you open it.
These are all shelf stable. This is exactly how they're coming to you. These two salamis as if you went right to Giorgio's and got them yourself. This mustard as if you went right to Braswell's and got it yourself. The Hunter's Reserve, the bag of olives, the box of rosemary and olive oil sourdough bites. Every single one of them, all in one nice box, and you're gonna have everything that you're gonna need for the holiday. You're gonna have everything you're gonna need for post-holiday, whatever it might be. But I'm telling you, once you taste these salamis, these cheeses, these crackers, this champagne dill mustard, hello, I know I keep saying it, grilled, green, pitted olives from the Mediterranean. I know I love olives, but when these came aboard, I said, these have to be in our charcuterie kits. They just can't not be in there.
I would have never thought to put olives in it. Like, that's the thing. You don't need to be good at coming up with the charcuterie because this guy is. Let me give you an update on here really quick.
Please.
We started the show with about 500 of these. Yeah. At this point right now, less than 200 now remain.
Wow.
This is such an easy gift to give. It's $8 a month on an easy payment. 5 months at $8. Are you kidding me?
That's great.
That's what you want to lock yourself into. Let me show you everything that it comes in. So take a look at the box that you see right here. This is the box, is gorgeous. This is what's going to be on the inside. It is that perfect amount for a charcuterie board that you can throw onto a plate, throw onto a board, and everybody's going to fall in love with. It's just one less thing that you need to think about. Like when you're thinking about the holidays and all the stuff that you have to have, you don't need to think about the appetizers necessarily or like little snacks because we've taken care of it. Look at this. Everything that you see here. With the exception of you add in a little bit on the side.
We beautified it a little bit, for sure.
But do that, like add in the little bit of rosemary to it. Add in a little bit of the fig if you want to. Have fun with it, but we're giving you the perfect base and we're giving you the perfect price. $39.98 to bring this at home. 6 different pieces all together. The meats do not wait. Last Saturday, when you brought this to us, it sold out, the charcuterie set.
It did, and we were so happy. And you know what? I think you guys are really going to love this. The flavor profiles, the way that they're all kitted together. It's a one-stop shop. You're getting the best of the best that this country has to offer in terms of all these meats.
Quick update, and so sorry to interrupt.
No, interrupt.
120 that remain now at this point now. These are flying. This is not going to last probably by the end of the show, so do not hesitate. $39.98. Sergio's got one more item with us in the show from